This is TWiT.
So, Jeff, actually, I might as well start with this. Sent along this tweet about TikTok and how easy it is. We were talking over the weekend about why the youngs love TikTok. And what I didn't know is that a lot of what people do in TikTok is all done in camera. My son, who does a great TikTok channel, he does cooking on TikTok.
Oh.
Yeah, in fact, I'll show you the link. It's sodium_deficiency. I have no idea.
Interesting.
What the youths these days. And it's hard to find him because he doesn't have his picture on it. Look, it's so hard to find. I got a 404. Wait a minute, let me type it right. He has a picture of somebody else, not his picture. But so he does all these food things on TikTok. And I'm like, why don't you ever cook these for me? Oh my God. This is amazing. I had no idea. He learned everything he learned on YouTube. So there he is. So then I asked him.
Go ahead, Hank.
Go ahead, Hank. You go, Hank. So then I asked him, so how do you edit? He says, well, I edit in Premiere because he's learned how to edit right in the old days. But look at this. This is a TikToker. I don't know I don't know what her name is. So Eden,
is it there?
Eden Harvs, Harvz. But she's going to show us how they edit in camera. You can do all this stuff in TikTok. And if you've ever seen TikTok.
My trick also is to hold down the red button and let go when you want to stop filming. That is the best way to get it slick. Okay, let's go.
So, and we call that editing camera, right? Where
yes, there's some things you can do in camera as far as a transition standpoint.
Yeah, but watch this. This blew me away. Now, you tell me if you could do this in your camera. So she's playing music. And here's one thing that's really cool is TikTok pauses the music, so you're matching the music as you do it when you don't record. So that makes it a lot easier to do that.
Yeah,
part.
that's TikTok magic there.
What she's doing with a hand, watch this. So she's just moving the camera around. She's doing a face wipe and stuff like that. But somehow TikTok is, I guess they're putting in transitions or something. I don't know.
You'll see.
Watch the final version because I don't understand how you get from what she's
like.
It's Maya He, Maya Ha.
Sounds like TikTok magic.
It sounds like something they're doing in the app. Now watch. So she's showing it as she made it. See how she's doing a wipe with her hand? And TikTok is somehow, maybe that is
that's
just.
all TikTok.
It's like she takes her head off. That's amazing.
That's beautiful.
Isn't
that's
it?
beautiful
Isn't
work.
that amazing?
That's that's
good.
TikTok magic there because you can do in-camera transitions. A lot of cinematographers do it pretty commonly, but they also do that with the idea knowing that it's going to go into Premiere or Resolve, and they're able to sync those cuts up to where it looks the way it did. Right there, TikTok is just using AI and saying, "Hey, this is looking like a good cut point." And I didn't even.
But I think she kind of did it though.
She might have done it all in camera. I don't know.
She did it, I think, just by hitting it off. Then she
turning off at exactly the moment when her hand.
Right. She gives it the exact point that it needs to transition. I think the app is smart enough to know this is a cut point.
Right.
I think Instagram is trying to get along that same path with Reels. I haven't quite figured it out yet, but I have been trying recently.
Leo, give her a plug. What's her account?
Oh, I'll have to look it up again. It was Eden, EDEN.
It looked great.
Yeah. Well, and this is, by the way, I mean, TikTok, I have to say, there are people, a lot of it's just dumb. Women showing off their bodies and things, but there is some stuff that's really amazing. EDENHARVZ. Eden Harvs. Here's another one. Taylor, as long as we're doing TikToks, Taylor Lawrence tweeted this out. She says, "Queen Grandma of edits." This
is good.
Watch this one. This will make you realize it's not just for the kids.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Now, clearly, she's using an editor to do this. This is not.
That's beautiful.
But this is where TikTok really is kind of amazing. I see this effect a lot.
That's rotoscoping.
Pink does it a lot.
That on the phone.
I don't know. I mean, obviously, she's not handling the phone. Look at that. Queen Grandma That was
awesome.
impressive, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's very impressive.
Yeah.
We can spend the whole
Nicely
next
done.
hour just watching TikToks, which is what people do.
No, we cannot.
Okay, I don't want to admit this. But if you scroll enough on TikTok, they actually put a slide up with a guy saying, "Okay, you've been enough."
Oh,
time.
really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they do.
You've spent enough time on
Nice.
TikTok. Take a break.
Oh, nice.
That's really embarrassing when you get to that, because that means you've spent a lot of time scrolling.
have a
That's the
coworker
equivalent
who
of
gets it all the
Netflix.
time.
Like, are you still
You
watching
still
this?
You couldn't possibly.
You know that you should not be watching 9 consecutive hours of television.
Don't you think you need some sunshine right
but
now,
it's
dude?
so tempting. It's so tempting. I've been watching. I was never into car racing, but I saw some TikToks of pit crews in Formula One, and these guys in
F1
3
is-
seconds they change all
Yeah.
4 tires. I'm watching this. I said that can't be real. So there's a really good series. It's in their 3rd season now on TikTok on Formula One racing.
Drive to Survive.
I can't stop now.
I love it.
I'm hooked.
I was just talking
you ever
about
seen
this
it in real life?
yesterday.
No.
It's that docuseries, the camera work, the lighting, the editing, the sound design. It's worth watching it just for that. Forget the stories behind it, but that whole series is like watching a trailer. If you turn
Yeah,
on
it
a
is.
movie trailer, it's got the same
Very tight.
just gosh, but that series is I love it.
Oh, well,
Absolutely.
I'm glad to know. Now
So-
I told Lisa we have to go to Monaco next year.
Oh, take
F1.
me.
No,
Take
here's
me.
what you can do.
Actually,
There's actually a text story there, y'all.
what is this
you
sound?
can-
Is this me?
Okay.
It must be me.
That's you, sir.
It's me. No, I was playing Caspi. One of my favorite ones. There's this
Are
woman.
we boring you,
young
Jeff?
woman-
What is?
there's-
What's going on? Is Jeff
Well, you
doing his
started
own
me.
show now?
And you see, I
He
gotta tell you,
can't stop
the internet
TikToking.
is addictive, you see.
Yeah.
And it's designed for this. Ooh.
What are you doing, Jeff? Jeff, eyes ahead, please.
Oh.
I'm so glad
Clap
we're
if you hear
recording
me.
this.
Clap if you hear me.
What do you do with your kids, with your students? You must. I mean, you're doing Zoom, right?
It's graduate school.
Okay,
don't do
so
that.
it's assumed that they're paying attention.
And plus, Leo, I just kind of, by my presence, demand their attention.
Oh, good. Apparently, I don't.
There's that.
There's one young woman on TikTok. I've got to find her. And so, she looks like she's about 21. She has a voice as if it comes out of the 1940s.
Is she from Israel?
No. She's just unbelievable.
I'm
there's
glad.
a lot
I'm
of talent
actually
there.
glad that the Trump administration didn't dismantle
Yeah.
TikTok. I mean, maybe they're spying on us. I don't know.
So who cares?
It feels like there's such creativity going on, and it's so vital. I really think it's great, and I'm sure that's the same on Instagram and Snapchat and elsewhere. But it's really a very exciting place to be. So, Stacey, are you an F1 fan as well?
I just told everybody in the chat room my story.
You said
I was
F1
like, yeah,
data
yeah.
center operations are baller.
They really are.
It is.
So because when F1 came to Austin, they pitched me all the supercomputing stories,
neat.
right?
Oh, I'm
And
jealous.
they have an airplane. They have 24 hours to set up what is really a legit entire data center.
Mhm.
Cabling, racks of servers, racks of media translation gear.
It's figured this
racks
would be
of,
the angle you'd find. This is perfect. They're running around huge
Well, that's-
cars.
but no.
Look at the racks of the servers.
Actually, I'm the same way. That's what blew me away, Stacey, is you think it's motor racing, but it's a lot more. I mean, it's
It's so much
sophisticated.
precision. Like underneath each track, there's a whole. I mean, this is the IoT angle, but there are sensors, and all of that has to be calibrated. But they do it all. They have 24 hours to set everything up. They've got an entire plane that only does the data center stuff, and then they've got 48 hours to pack it away. And then they fly to the next location. They do the whole thing again for the whole season, and it's just like watching the pit crew. Except it takes a little bit longer because, computers. But
That's awesome.
I mean, watching
And they
the
have pocket
directors and the
protectors.
cameras, and think about the guy who's directing it. He's directing the shots live.
Right.
And it's so fast. And he's just, I mean, it's so awesome. Okay. That's all.
No, I'm with you because they have so much data coming off of the vehicle as it's going around the track, and they can analyze that within seconds to say, hey, you know what? You're having a left rear brake starting to heat up. And the driver has no idea, but everybody way back 2 miles away around the other side of the track knew it, and they can assess it and fix it. And it's magical. I love it.
I wonder what the reaction is from the nerds to the grease monkeys.
The nerds and the grease monkeys are very similar. They are.
Are they?
You talk to like Adrian Cockcroft, who is the head of Amazon's, I don't know what, used to be at Netflix. He's a huge F1 fan. Lots of our nerds are huge F1 fans. And I mean, the cars themselves are architected. They've got wind tunnels, most of the F1 teams. There's actually a formalized rule about how much supercomputing time you can use to like analyze your car.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a highly technical discipline. So
that's what actually literally what drew me. I mean, you do see, although as Ant points out, it's edited like a trailer, so it's you don't get to really glom into it. I wouldn't mind a single episode of just the data center or a single episode just on the pit crew, but it is, you see they have all these screens and 6 people wearing headsets and they're sitting and they're staring intently at the screens. There's so much data. We had they
never turn around and look at the track.
Yeah, we had a sponsor, Tibco, which sponsors the Petronas F1 race car, and they're a data company. That's why they sponsor it, because there's more than a terabyte of data coming off of this car, and they're processing it in real time so that the driver and his crew can know what's going on and what's happening. It's very impressive. Yeah. Does each team have a plane with the equipment, or is there a single?
No. So there's one plane for the whole race.
Okay.
I mean, each team has God only knows what, but the data center's for everybody.
Oh, I see. Yeah, and then the team brings their own stuff. Right.
Yeah, and then the team has their own stuff, but they all hook in. So
they get onto the same backbone.
Yeah.
Yes. There you go.
Well, let's all meet in Austin this fall for the big because it's the only U.S. F1 race. Although we've had F1 demos here at the Infineon Raceway over here, but I would love to. We should get a Petaluma Formula One race. We stayed when we were in Monaco. We stayed on the hotel that's on the hairpin of the F1.
Oh,
yeah, but there wasn't a race going on. But I told Lisa, I think we might have to go back. I have a friend made a lot of money when his company was sold to America Online. He spent it all on F1 racing, following the F1 circuit. He blew it.
That's awesome.
He literally blew it all because he loved F1 so much. He went to Bahrain and Azerbaijan and Monaco. He went everywhere. He followed it
at night.
Wow, I didn't realize you were such a fan.
I loved it. I love it. I stepped away from F1 for a while. I used to watch it back in the 90s. When I was a lot younger, and then I just sort of stepped away from it. But I got back into it about 3 years ago.
It's crazy.
3 or 4 years ago.
It's crazy.
Where do you go watch it in San Francisco?
Well, there is the only race in the U.S. is in Austin.
Just the one.
That's it? That's the only one in the U.S.?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
It's a big deal. Although then they opened one up in Mexico City.
Yes, it's in Mexico City as well.
And Austin's really upset because now it kind of split the audience because they're kind of close together.
Yeah.
They're not that close together.
In the Formula One racing world, it was a big controversial decision.
It's fascinating.